Isabella, what's your go-to karaoke song? I'm so glad you asked that question. If it is an adults-only karaoke situation, I would love to sing Medium Pace by Adam Sandler. It's just so funny. Spit on your hand and stroke mine at a medium pace. I'm so sorry. Anyways, hi everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today's video is going to be so fun because we are talking about something we discussed almost, I think, about a year ago. If you guys have been on this channel for a hot second, or if you don't know, I will literally link all the videos down in the description below. We were going at the allegedly illegal injectors, just a wide variety of these topics last year on the channel that we're doing hyaluron pen, lip filler, and so much more. We were specifically talking about a content creator by the name of So Mink that has now switched her channel name or page's name to So Faced, and she has been known for being a sketchy ass, in my opinion, scammer here on this page, and we are going to be talking about some new updates from this situation. It's gotten progressively worse still. So before we hop in, don't forget to check out my second channel. I have my podcast over there called the I've Got You podcast, and I'm moving very soon, so I'm going to have more vlogs and day in the lives of me living in the city and hanging out. So if you want to be annoyed by me more, get on over there. You know what I mean? I am getting into my fitness journey, but it's kind of difficult, especially when you don't exactly know what you're doing, where you want to approach your fitness journey in a way where you don't feel like you're just looking up a random TikTok trying to get some guidance on what to do. So Ladder is an expert strength training plan, and it's not just some influencer workout or something that's just not backed by actual science. So every week, Ladder can help give you a structured plan so you know what you're actually doing according to your needs. Whether you're someone who wants to get to the gym and go really hardcore, or if you're someone that just wants to do something that's accessible at home, then this is going to be a great option for you. Ladder has specialized plans for things like Pilates, bodybuilding, hybrid strength, and so much more. I have a lot of different goals when it comes to my fitness journey because I really have a goal of training for a half marathon. Everything's kind of switching up again, and I really just need some guidance with everything to make sure that transition is smooth and I'm also not overdoing it. So Ladder isn't just another fitness app with a bunch of generic stuff. It provides videos, demos, in-ear coaching, and even a journal that you can track all of your progress. There's also an amazing community that you can be a part of to get great support. And I'm partnering with Ladder today because we are wanting to offer you a 7-day free trial. And by the way, you don't need any card information, no nothing. You just get to go check it out and see how you feel about it. Just scan the QR code on the screen or go to the link in the description below and pin comment to start your 7-day free trial today and get $10 off of your first month. Thank you so much to Ladder for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video. And now let's get into it. So quick backstory to kind of get into this hot mess because these are the juicy details. Okay, this is the tea that I'm going to spill for you. What are the kids saying on the app? Reheating the nachos. I'm reheating the Doritos nachos right now and reserving them to you. It's still good, but it's a little bit of old news, okay? So picture this. We had a situation back a hot second ago where in this video, I was discussing how there was a professional who owns a med spa that called out how she was getting people coming to her saying that they were having serious reactions to alleged lip filler from a hyaluron pen. Now, a hyaluron pen is pretty much a device that was used to inject medication. The problem is some people were like, ooh, light bulb, Einstein, I'm gonna go and get this device and I'm gonna use it to inject lip filler. And that kind of sparked the controversy because that's how I started covering So Mink, Tatiana, also known as So Faced here on the channel. Now, what is she doing? What's so dangerous about that? Well, first things first is the FDA literally has come out and said, hey, this injectable thing that you're doing, not the smartest idea. They literally were saying, hey, this is used as a medical device. These are unlicensed, uneducated individuals essentially injecting stuff when filler is super unregulated and it's not controlled. So here's a great example of this. It's like comparison to if you were to have like a water balloon and throw it at somebody, you know how it splats all over? Okay, if you had a dart would go only one spot on a board, okay? Dart is needle with a, educated individual who's licensed to give you filler. Water balloon getting thrown at person is essentially like a hyaluron pen. So that's the comparison that you can give. This shit will like go anywhere. It's not exactly highly controlled, therefore it can go into any place in your lips and cause serious problems. Additionally, this can cause severe reactions with like swelling, bruising, bumpiness. I've even seen people have severe reactions where they've had to go to the emergency room. And another reason why people have had reactions just from this kind of service alone in general is the filler is severely unregulated. This is not something where people are utilizing their licenses to get the filler. They're buying from random suppliers that you can simply Google. Now, I am begging you to not experiment with your health. We went over this with the veneer text. We went over this with the filler. We've covered this stuff. Be so careful. Just because it's accessible and you could purchase something and get it shipped in 2 days does not mean you should be injecting it into your lips. You're risking your life like insurance is affordable in this country. Oh my God. Now we're here today where she was called out for months and months on end by many other creators, including myself, talking about how the injections, the lip filler, stuff like that is incredibly unsafe. Other medical professionals are saying this. I am saying this through my own personal research, and many other people who have experienced it and have had negative side effects said it was not smart and very dangerous. Now, also why this is very problematic is this individual sells courses. Yeah, she is showing that she is an esthetician. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but an esthetician can't just give filler to anyone, let alone teaching a course on people doing the same shit to others. Now, originally she was just doing the hyaluron pen, but we've taken it a step further and we are also doing the needles. We are literally using a needle at this point, which, oh my God, hyaluron pen and needle in someone who is not qualified to do it should not be happening, period. And top of it, to put the cherry on top of the pile of shit, we have several other things that I found out just today that are further exposing this entire situation. So I actually got an email today. Thank you so much for reaching out to me that the Texas Medical Board got onto Tatiana's ass. And I was like, oh, did they now? I'm so disappointed that I didn't find this last year. So this is a Texas Medical Board press release for immediate release October 25th, 2024. It says Texas Medical Board disciplines 18 physicians at October meeting. It lists off some. And then we keep scrolling down to looking at these different things that they're covering. And lo and behold, at the very end, it looks like cease and desist were filed to some people. And this is where we find Tatiana. Right here, it says Tatiana Williams, no license, Houston, Texas. On October 18th, 2028, the board and Tatiana Williams entered into agreed cease and desist order prohibiting her from acting as or holding herself out to be a licensed physician in the state of Texas. The board found Miss Williams is an eyelash extension technician, but has been offering lip filler services using a hyaluronic pen to inject an unknown substance into clients' lips and advertises that the substance is hyaluronic acid, offers house call appointments on her booking websites, and sells injectable products on her website that are supposed to be administered by a licensed professional. So, first of all, can I get a round of applause for everyone who reported her ass? Report people who do this kind of stuff. And I love how originally Tatiana and many other people were saying hyaluron pens are fine. This is so legal. For every one of you that is getting taught by people like this, I just need you to know that, again, the Texas Medical Board practically agreed with me, it looks like, from my other videos that I made. You can't do that. So they filed her a cease and desist, and from what it says, they made a mutual agreement. Now, why am I showing this to you right now instead of at the end of the video? Well, because we're going to go through her page again, because lo and behold, she's still doing the shit. You'd think the Texas Medical Board is going after you and files a cease and desist and you agree to it, that you would stop all shenanigan bullshit and not do it anymore. I'm just saying, if a state says, hey, knock it off, I'd go, noted. Thanks, guys. Yeah, let's go through her page. Instagram page. It says Houston's #1 lip filler. Licensed esthetician under medical director. One-on-one group trainings linked below. Online courses linked below. So Faced Academy. Which, by the way, So Faced is way too close to Too Faced, the makeup brand. This is posted on April 15th. It says Summer Microneedle Class. Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, and Chicago. What's included? Lip filler with microneedles. I thought Texas said, hey girl, let's not. Do you just think that like they're gonna not notice this? They got you once because a lot of people were hitting them up saying, hey, check this out. You don't think that's gonna happen again? This says strip lips, live models. That word whooped my ass last time. I'm not gonna let it beat me again, so I'm not gonna say it. Different lip mapping techniques, safety and sanitation, branding and marketing tips, proper before and after care, consent forms, medical director information, and there's more. What medical director is doing this for you is what I want to know. Who is it? Because who's willingly saying yes to helping you with this shit? His last total is $1,000, around essentially $1,200, $200 deposit. What you'll receive is certificate, exclusive starter kit, list of supplies needed. So you're essentially selling a supply list to buy the shit that Texas said, hey, stop doing that. It says, this is it. One last tour. You know what? This is what you're doing. You're like, actually, Texas Medical Board, I'm doing one last tour and putting it on a silver platter so that way you can get me really good. One last tour. I'm hitting the road one final time and I want you there. Let's make this the most unforgettable tour yet. 2025 is all about investing in you. This isn't just another class, it's a career-changing move. Learn a high-demand skill you can profit from for life. The beauty industry is booming, and this is your chance to tap in. Instructor Tatiana, who trained over 1,000+ striving beauty bosses. This class covers everything from advanced techniques to building a loyal, high-paying clientele. Hate when people do this. You can earn back your investment easily, and yes, 6 figures is absolutely possible, even if you're not full-time. So what are you waiting for? Secure your spot now. That is just sick as hell to not only be putting people in a very awful position, in my opinion, teaching over 1,000 people to do the same thing as you, which could negatively harm more people and more people who are naive, thinking that this is a legit good career path. You are charging how much for this bullshit? I'm so fed up, it's not even funny. Online course, learn how to do my most viral lips from start to finish using my signature techniques. So 2 different techniques is the standalone with just microneedles and combo technique with microneedle and hyaluron pen. Oh God, okay, 4 lip mapping techniques, self-paced and lifetime access for more than 2 hours of video lessons. That's not enough to teach people how to fill lips. You are screwing with I would say the second most important lips on your body. You don't want to mess with either one of them. How it feels to slay lips all day. So we have figs on. By the way, just a heads up, wearing figs scrubs, great brand, does not make you a nurse or anyone of medical importance. That's for the people that actually went to school to do that and get that education. Shout out to my nurses, by the way. I love y'all. Oh. Doth my eye see? She flashes a medical board document. And this is why there are lawsuits for companies, because you know how there are many times where a company will get sued because of their marketing or advertising of a product can lead someone to perceive something that isn't true, right? If there is a fruits and vegetables or like some kind of clean marketing, but there's no actual fruits and vegetables in a product, companies do get sued because it's falsely advertising, and a normal consumer would perceive that type of marketing and think that the product they're buying has fruits and vegetables in it. I'll pop up some lawsuits up here so you guys know what I'm talking about. So here's my thing. A normal consumer seeing this document, if you didn't know anything about this person, if you didn't know the concerns, if you didn't know what to ask for, what would you perceive this to be? First of all, it's a red flag that you're blurring out the name. That is public information that you should be able to look up to verify a license like that. And would somebody potentially think that this right here is a representation of her medical license? I know in her bio it doesn't, but someone scrolling along, what if she was perceiving that? What if somebody, because the name is blurred, would look at it and go, look, she's got a license, she's educated, like I can go to her. That's a freaking problem. Also, I'm just amazed that she dropped how much money to make an entirely new med suite. Okay, so here's another video of her filling lips. She's using her needles. Another example of her clients. I'm so concerned for people who go to her. So she's putting and pressing around the lips to keep the filler in one place, but filler's just gonna move. That's not gonna just do a drastic different. Like this, the uneducated activities are flooding through my phone right now. Now, here's another thing I want to point out. So she redid her entire office. The last time we called this office out, I said that there was a chance, in my opinion, from what I saw, that her studio was not up to regulations, code, and requirements for fitting into a med spa. It is a beautiful studio. I think that they did a phenomenal job. It is stunning. But here's something I noticed that I thought was really interesting. It says, spring has officially sprung at SoFace, and we're bringing all the Easter cheer to our med suite. I feel like this is a level of marketing that's not exactly honest to customers, in my opinion. Calling it a med suite doesn't make it that. Here's another clip and vlog of an event space where she was teaching people how to do lip filler. And there's everyone with their certificates. Now, please, again, I'm not shitting on or hating on anyone who has a certificate in this video. If you come across this, do not, I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm disappointed in somebody who saw my stuff, made fun of me, sent me a cease and desist, tried to make me look like a goofy motherfucker when the goofy motherfucker was the one getting called out. She is obviously, from what we've seen by the Texas Medical Board, has been filed a cease and desist, and they made a mutual agreement for her to not do this, and she's doing it. I think that is completely taking advantage of young people. I think it's taking advantage of small business owners. I think it is taking advantage of and preying on young women who are wanting to try something new and have seen her and think that this is a great idea. I feel so bad for them because this is wrong. Now, here's another example of somebody getting their lips filled. Additionally, I just want to point out the fact of, I remember when we first talked about this creator, there was never one time where I saw anything that showed how to dissolve lip filler or anything that could be used to dissolve filler. Now, I hope she never does, because that sounds terrifying. That sounds like it could dissolve the filler and your lips. But lip filler dissolver is something that a actual licensed professional would be able to use to remove filler, dissolve something that was done incorrectly, etc. If you didn't like the results, like that's something that is important in the process of filler, because if you don't like something, something goes wrong, you need to be able to dissolve it. I have not once seen anything listed on how to dissolve. It's just, oh, we'll keep doing. Not all filler metabolizes, and that's super dependent on people and how things work for their bodies. If you don't have stuff to dissolve, what the hell are you doing injecting, period? Yeah, me personally, if you think it's normal to over inject a client's lips like this, I think you should have your license revoked. Oh, wait. There's another one of her studying to learn more about filler. It says, study with me traditional lip filler. Oh my God. So she's going through her Canva course that she's selling to you. And this is her setup for a client. Okay, so Restylane lip filler. It is a brand of hyaluronic acid derma filler that can be used to enhance the appearance of lips. Again, I don't know where she's getting that from though. You can order it randomly online. It looks like for like $150, $144. Why are we just going and buying that without having proper regulations or education? But then here's another thing I want to point out here that I kind of clocked. Now notice in this video, I'm going to go back to that section of where her lip filler is. Top left-hand corner, you see that? I want to pop up a couple photos over here. Remember that medical director paper, okay? Here. Okay. I was trying to map out and find out who this person is so I could check it. There's another folded up paper right behind. Why is it not out? Why is it just tucked away? And also, who is this person? Like, this is sketchy. Why is this stuff not framed? And why is it just shoved back there? What's the point of it? Is it just another copy? Like this, you know how I'm saying, this is sketchy as hell to me. So I was trying very hard. I dug through following, likes. I was trying to put together the assumptions that I had over that physician's license. I was digging through the website trying to find the person. I have not had luck, unfortunately. I am still trying to find who is behind that license so that way I could be able to know who this alleged medical director is. But unfortunately, I have not been able to find it. So we are going to have to move on right now. And, maybe I'll find something. I don't know. So now let's go on to the websites and everything that she has to offer. She does now have a channel that she asks people to be models for traditional filler. She will charge you like $200 for a syringe, it looks like. So here's her like link tree that we have. She has a summer microneedle class, the microneedle master tour, book appointments, you get online courses, ebooks, tutorials, book a one-on-one training, Afterpay training, and Amazon storefront. So let's just go to the online courses and tutorials. So she has her Hyaluron Pen one and the online course for microneedling. Now, one thing I want to point out with both of them is, once again, it has things like understanding different microneedles, client consultation, safety and sanitation, things that you should I do not think that you have the qualifications to speak on, but okay. Anatomy of the lips, mapping and technique, step-by-step microneedle. It talks about how to consult, and then it also says recommended filler and supplies needed. Again, correct me if I'm dumb, but didn't you just agree with Texas to not be doing that anymore? But you're doing it with recommending other people? Oh my God. So far on her website, like she used to sell a ton of filler. Now she doesn't anymore. So that's interesting how she did take it down, but she's still connecting people to buying, and she's buying it herself to inject into clients. But okay, now let's go into actually if I were to book an appointment. Let's see how that's changed up. Okay, so it says, SoFace, thank you for your interest in booking with me. Please review the text below before booking your appointment. And by booking an appointment with SoFace, you are agreeing to these terms. So, oh, fuck me. No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you are not. Botox? Oh, I need to hold on to something. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today with my sanity. I'm gonna have to text my neighbor and apologize because she can absolutely hear me, I'm sure. Coming soon. May, the start book time is May 13th. Are we serious right now? Botox? What? Oh my God. So I just looked up, can an esthetician give Botox in Houston, Texas? And I just got this from the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. An esthetician cannot give Botox injections independently. The administrator of Botox is considered a medical procedure and can only be performed by licensed medical professionals such as doctors, physicians, assistants, or advanced practice registered nurses. Estheticians may not inject hypodermic needles even for cosmetic purposes according to the Texas Department of Licensing Regulations. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, do you want to go to jail? I'm not even like, I don't want her to go to jail. That's the thing is, but do you want to go to jail? Like, do you actually want to experience that? Holy shit. So she hasn't put the price on Botox. You shouldn't be doing it, period. But okay, lip filler, microneedle. A consultation is a $60 fee and it's non-refundable. You scammer. Oh my God. It's not required. However, if you want to consult before booking an appointment, a small fee is required. You should not be charging a fee for a consultation. Let's get that out of the way. I don't agree with that at all. It can go towards booking services if you decide to book. Why are you charging a period? That's so stupid. $325 for a 0.5 milliliter. You can do 1 mil for natural. $425, a 1.5 is $550. Then you have the private trainings, which is about $1,400 for 4 hours, $1,800 for 4 hours of the microneedling. And she's still doing the hyaluron pen, it looks like. And then you do the needle-free and the microneedling, which is $3,250 for 8 hours of training. Not enough to be able to be qualified to do something like this in a safe way, mind you. Yeah, that is what we got going on so far. So what have we learned today, everyone? Please be so careful. And yes, I don't care if they already have a documentation on their wall that looks legit. Double check that license, look it up. It's so easy. I was just on the Texas Medical Board website looking up licenses because I was curious. Just be so careful. I am definitely going to go out of my way to reach out to the Texas Medical Board because now if we're doing Botox as well, we're trying to expand. What? And my thing is you spent money to upgrade your med suite. You could have gone out of your way to at least spend that amount of money to be able to get the education to do this stuff in a proper way. So apparently we don't give, in my opinion, we don't give a shit about what Texas says. To me, this is a blatant show of how much she doesn't give a shit. And that is just, wow, that's bad. So yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Very shocking and overwhelming to say the least. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the sponsor of today's video in the link in the description below. And wow, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thank you.